Well, in July, with the agreement of the recovery plan, I think it was an historic breakthrough for the European project. There was too much hesitance in the first months on how to react to the economic crisis. And we really at the end managed to have a joint instrument issuing common debt in order to jointly react to the economic crisis. And that was extremely important because the risk that we had was that we had first-class and second-class member states in reacting to the economic crisis, depending on the fiscal room and their capacity and the different realities. And really, if we want to have a common European project that is able to react jointly to the crisis and no member state being left apart, we absolutely needed that joint instrument. We've been calling for years to complete the single market, to complete the single currency with jointly common fiscal instruments in order to be able to do counter-cyclical policies at the European level. And now we will be issuing common debt for a value of 750 billion euros. And this can be the first step towards a real European treasury. Of course, we're not there yet, but this is a very important first step. The Council has adopted its position now, the Parliament has adopted its position as well, and we are now negotiating in the so-called trialogue formation, and we hope that everything will be ready by the end of the year, so the 1st of January, the regulation of the fund can be in place, and the money can start flowing to Member States from the 1st of February. This is the calendar which we are working. Well, I think that the recovery fund is an important part of the solidarity package, but of course it's not going to be enough. We think that that recovery fund is gonna fall short in amounts. In July, the Council already cut a significant part of the transfer part of the recovery fund. And nobody thought at that time that the second wave that we are living now was going to be that aggressive, which of course is going to happen. It's going to have a huge economic impact. So I would say that the challenge probably in the coming months is that probably, well, first the recovery fund needs to start working, but probably we will have to ask for increasing the amounts and the capacity of that fund. Well, we absolutely need that the recovery plan is aligned with the objectives of the Green Deal. If we put 750 billion euros in investment in the coming years, and this is not aligned to the Green Deal is going to fail. That's why we need that this money is not invested in fossil fuels and that it respects the objectives of emission reduction that we have set to ourselves. So this is really an important discussion that we are having at the European Parliament at the moment. The European project can only prevail if the common bond of being a member of the same political community is respected. So that means that whatever happens in Helsinki or in Lisbon is of common concern to all of us. If you break that, it's the end of the European project. So the risk in that pandemic was that some member states, not some member states, but some governments just had an attitude, I don't care what happens in Italy, I don't care what happens in other countries. And that feeling of being on their own that some public opinions had was really dangerous for the future of the European project. And I think that some governments acted very responsibly for that. But the good news is that we want that debate at the European level, and that in July we really managed to create this joint instrument to react to the crisis. And this is really important for the future of the European project.